guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Hillary, and if you're not new here, well, I'm glad that you've made it this far. Tonight we're going to be covering the story of Montgomery's Inn. Montgomery's Inn was built in 1830 and it was owned by Thomas and Margaret Montgomery. They were both Irish immigrants and they did pretty well for themselves for just moving to Toronto, Ontario, or rather Etobicoke. Now, Thomas and Margaret ran the inn for about 25 years up until Margaret's death at the age of 47. She died right there in the inn, in her bed, from rheumatoid arthritis. Margaret also happens to be the most active ghost or poltergeist in the house. Thomas and Margaret actually had about 7 children, although only 2 of those kids made it to adulthood. At the age of 11, one of their children, John Montgomery, actually drowned in the Mimico Creek, and there's a body of water that spans their property. So you can see why Margaret's spirit may still linger. The legend goes that Margaret was actually confined to her bed for around 2 years, unable to move from her condition. And unfortunately, at that time, there wasn't any medical anything that could have helped with her, unless it was very mild sedative like laudanum. That would probably be the only thing available to her at that time. Nothing that would have gotten her out of the bed and able to help with the inn as she used to. People say that Margaret is known to give you a slight push at the top of the stairs if you get there, and also crying babies can be heard echoing throughout the halls, as well as the shaking and rattling of cupboards and door handles. So whatever is still here has something that it needs to tell us, and we just don't know what that is. Now, when I was growing up, the inn was actually very close to the house that I used to live in. So my parents used to take me there when I was younger for afternoon tea and things like that. I don't really have a lot of memories of the inn from that time, but it's kind of weird to know that I went there and I don't really remember anything significant happening. But this last Halloween, I think it was the 2019 Halloween, I had the opportunity to go there at night for some ghost stories. So we took that opportunity and we went. And I have to say that it was actually a wonderful experience. All the people that were there worked very hard and were very good at their jobs for telling those stories. I was very, very spooked. We were actually shown a pillow that it's in one of the rooms there, and for some reason, no matter how hard someone tries, they can't get the imprint of a head to come out of it. So they've swapped pillows, primped it, prodded it, smacked it, traded, like, it has gone through the pillows in this, but every night and every morning there happens to be an imprint of somebody's head in that pillow. Now, at the inn, they told us of this story of a little girl who went there on a field trip. And as all her classmates were going into a different room, the teacher counted and noticed that one child was missing. So they went out into the hallway to look for her. And that little girl was standing in the hallway, stark still. And the teacher was like, "What are you doing? Like, Natalie, come on. Why don't you come with the rest of the class?" And she was like, I can't move. Something's holding my dress. And to this day, that girl still never went back to the inn. The experience traumatized her so much that she won't go back. And it just so happens that her father-in-law still works there. He was actually the guy that showed us the pillow, and he has been working there his entire life. So I thought that that was a little bit weird to say that she just happened to marry that guy's son, and she had that experience at the inn and is connected to it in some weird way. Now, I can't help but wonder what was pulling her dress. Was it Margaret Montgomery? Or was it little John who drowned in the creek and just has something that he wanted to tell her? Or could it possibly be one of the other children that never made it to adulthood? The entire Montgomery family is actually buried just down the street from the inn, in the old Islington burial grounds, and those burial grounds actually sit right next to a Fox on the Fiddle. So if anyone is interested in maybe getting some food and having something scare you, this is a cool place to visit. So thank you guys for tuning in to the Ghosts and Spirits of Montgomery Inn. I'm happy that you guys stayed this long. And if you wanted to, you could like and subscribe or even ring that bell. So next time one of my videos come out, it'll be right there for you and you can click it. I hope to see you guys again for my next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.